The snow fell silently in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a picturesque New England town now shrouded in a blanket of white. The only sounds were the distant hum of a snowplow and the steady tick-tock of a clock. It was February 9th, 2004, the beginning of a mystery that would baffle a nation. A young woman, Maura Murray, a student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, vanished without a trace. Maura had been acting strangely. She hastily packed her dorm room, withdrew all her cash, and left a note for her professors citing a family emergency that didn't exist. Her actions were erratic, her words cryptic. She left campus driving her 1996 Saturn sedan into the cold, dark night. Her destination? Unknown. Her reasons? A mystery. As the snow continued to fall, so too did the shadows of doubt and suspicion. Maura Murray was gone. Maura's dorm room was a whirlwind of unanswered questions. Clothes were strewn about as if packed in a hurry. Textbooks lay open, abandoned mid-study. Her computer was still on, an email to her professors still displayed on the screen. "There's been a death in the family." It read, "I will be out of town for a week." But the email was a lie. There was no death, no funeral, only silence. A sense of unease settled over the campus. Maura's friends and classmates were worried. Her family, hundreds of miles away, was frantic. Where had she gone? Why had she lied? The questions swirled like the snow outside, obscuring the truth. Time seemed to stand still. The clock on the wall ticked by with agonizing slowness, each tick a stark reminder that Maura was still missing. The unknown stretched out before them, a vast, empty canvas upon which their worst fears were painted. Miles away, on a desolate stretch of Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, Maura's car sat abandoned. It was a single-car accident, nothing too serious. The Saturn had veered off the road and collided with a snowbank. The airbags had deployed, the windshield cracked, but something was wrong. Maura was nowhere to be found. The first officer on the scene found the car empty. The engine was still running, the hazard lights blinking faintly in the falling snow. It was as if Maura had vanished into thin air. There was no sign of a struggle, no indication of where she might have gone. Just the car, the snow, and the silence. The mystery deepened when investigators examined the scene. There were no footprints in the snow leading away from the car. It was as if Maura had simply disappeared. The lack of evidence was baffling. Where could she have gone in the middle of a snowy night without leaving a single trace? Section 4. Vanished. The days turned into weeks, the weeks into months. The snow melted, revealing the barren landscape beneath. But there was still no sign of Maura Murray. Search parties combed the woods, divers scoured nearby ponds, and helicopters scanned the area from above. Every lead led to a dead end. Every clue seemed to evaporate like mist. The case of the missing college student captivated the nation. News crews descended upon Haverhill, eager to report on the latest developments. Theories abounded. Had Maura run away to escape a secret life? Had she been the victim of a random act of violence? Or had she simply lost her way in the woods and succumbed to the elements? Amidst the speculation and conjecture, one thing was certain. Maura Murray was gone, and as time marched on, the hope of finding her alive dwindled with each passing day. Section 5. Whispers in the Wind. Theories about Maura's disappearance swirled like the winter wind. Some whispered of a secret boyfriend, a hidden life that had led her astray. Others spoke of a chance encounter with a stranger, a wrong turn that had put her in the path of danger. The rumors spread like wildfire, fueled by fear and speculation. Some clung to the hope that Maura had simply run away, seeking a fresh start far from the pressures of her life. Perhaps she was living under an assumed identity, trying to outrun her past. but the lack of any contact with family or friends made this theory seem less likely with each passing day. The most sinister whispers spoke of foul play. Had Maura stumbled upon something she shouldn't have seen? Had she become the target of a predator lurking in the shadows? The lack of evidence made it impossible to rule out any possibility. Section 6. Lost in the woods. The woods surrounding Haverhill held their secrets close. Dense and unforgiving, they seemed to swallow the truth along with Maura Murray. Searchers scoured the area, their hopes fading with each passing day. The trees stood as silent witnesses, their branches heavy with the weight of unanswered questions. The thought of Maura lost and alone in the wilderness was a chilling one. Had she wandered off in a daze after the accident? Had she succumbed to the cold and the elements? The vastness of the woods made the search seem insurmountable, like looking for a needle in a haystack made of shadows and secrets. The lack of footprints in the snow only deepened the mystery. Had someone picked her up? Had she managed to cover her tracks? Or was there a more sinister explanation lurking beneath the surface? If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the like button.